First big league camp. I'm curious, when you were playing, even when you were coaching for those years, did you ever formulate a plan for this day? If I ever got to run my own camp as a manager, I'd do this?
Absolutely not. There was no prior plan in place. But once I was named manager, then the wheels start turning, and then you start trying to figure out from camps in the past what you liked, what you didn't like, and how you wanted to kind of work as far as a mechanic. So it's been a great camp.
How nice is it for you to know that every fifth day you get to hand the ball to Clayton Kershaw and say, hey, go get him, big man?
Yeah, I talked to Honey and wanted to know if he could pitch every third or fourth day. But you know what? It's funny, as much as you hear about a player and on the field, off the field, and when you go and meet him and sit in his house and meet his family, and he's better than advertising, and what he does and the impact he makes in our clubhouse every single day, not only that fifth day, but the days in between, is amazing.
Hey, one guy that piques our curiosity all the time when we talk about the Dodgers is Yasiel Puig, with such an enormous upside. He's had kind of an enigmatic start to his career. Talk about your experiences with Yasiel and what you guys have talked through.
Yeah, you know what? He's been fantastic, and we connected this winter, and we talking about wiping the slate clean, and so it was pretty clear what we expect of him, and he's in a great place right now. And as you said, Maddie, if he's good as the skill set speaks, then we're going to be pretty good.
Is it weird having played with or against a bunch of guys that are on this team? I mean, you're not an old guy, Dave. You're still
yeah, I shave, so the gray doesn't come through as much as it's there. Believe me, it's there.
Could you still steal a base?
No, absolutely not.
But I mean, you were teammates with Adrian Gonzalez. You've had in-the-box experiences against certain guys here. Is that going to help you along the way?
Yeah, it absolutely. I think that when you have, you're one of your best players and longest tenured players to know what you're all about. And I think that Adrian and I have a great relationship and a friendship, and he understands that everything, me and the coaches we're talking about are doing are their authentic thoughts and for the betterment of this ball club. To have those guys supporting me, it absolutely makes this transition much easier.
Can feel the excitement in your voice, Dave. Wish you the best of luck with the Dodgers this year. Thanks for taking some time, man.
All right, boys. Thanks for having me. All right, Case, man.
With Joc Pederson, second regular camp, right, as a established big league player. What's different for you this year, other than a new manager and everything else? What's different for you personally?
Just trying to grow as a player, learning a lot of stuff. My first season last year in the big leagues, the league taught me a lot on stuff I need to work on. So this offseason I got to work really hard with some coaches to get right so that this year I can come back and be more consistent.
Give us some of those things you're working on. Is it approach? Is it pitch recognition? Is it working the count? What specifically are you doing here?
I think I do all those things well when mechanically and physically I'm in a good position to hit. So I worked on getting to a good hitting position and working on becoming a better overall hitter, hit more line drives. I've never only used one side of the field, and they started to do a shift on me. I've usually used first baseline to the third baseline. So just get back to my strengths and keep working from there.
I know this is old news, but I just got to ask you this, and you've been asked this a million times. How much fun was the home run derby last year? I mean, that just looked like you were having the time of your life.
Yeah, it was a blast. I'm glad I got to experience that with my family and close people in my lives. That's something that as a kid you grow up watching, and you see all the best power hitters hit it as far as they can, and to be a part of that it was surreal, and yeah.
Fun watching. It made the rest of us feel like we were just as old and just as out of shape as we are in real life.
Hey, we're Clayton Kershaw. First off, how's camp going, man? Everything's going good. Doc Roberts, new guy in town, new sheriff. Everything's going well?
Yeah, it's good. Doc's been awesome. Getting to know him, getting to have him around. It's a different vibe at camp for sure. Obviously I love Donnie. He was great, but it's just different here. So it's been good, and looking forward to the season.
Dude, what drives you? You obviously have the Cy Youngs. You've done some great things, and it seems like you continue to get better every year. What drives you coming into this season?
Well, after last season, nobody really cares anymore. 2016, turn the page. Other than the Royals, nobody really cares about last year. So, for me, that's kind of what drives me. A whole season to prove what you're made of again, and as a team too, we're all here to do what the Royals did, and looking forward to that challenge.
What about camp? I mean, geez, I've been a part of a few camps where you're like, oh man, it's time to go. When do you feel like At what point do you feel like, you know what, I'm ready to get out of here, let's start the season?
Yeah. Well, everybody's here for the starting pitchers.
Right.
We know that. You know,
I know, we're waiting for you guys to
Yeah,
get
y'all
done.
are getting ready for us to get ready. So, you know, we gotta build our pitch counts up. It takes time. We gotta wait 5 days to do it. So, usually 1 or 2 more starts should be ready to go. But you know, I kind of need all the time, honestly.